Well, hi there, folks. This is your host, ID Jester. We have now come upon the full release of Tigers on the Hunt. So, congratulations to the developer and the publishers of this fine game. And so, what I decided to do is create a short little video for you guys showing you how to install mods, how to install maps, and how to install scenarios. So, I figured you guys are going to be doing this all the time now. And we're going to go over the basics really quickly here, show you what to do, and then we're going to get to see them and check them out. So hopefully this will help you be able to get these mods and scenarios installed. So you can see we are on the Matrix Games forums here, and there is a mods and scenarios folder up here at the top, and we're actually going to go into that. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to check out a couple new scenarios. We have 3 new bonus scenarios that have been included in this game that was released by the gentleman that created all of the scenarios for the game, I believe. So congratulations to him for making some awesome videos. You can see he's now actually got scenario 26, 27, and 28, and they are all actually have some nice tank battles that involve a Tiger tank. So basically all we're going to do is click on the attachment. You can see the new scenario zip folder, and we're going to click on that and view our downloads folder here. So you can see the name of the file here, and all we want to do is basically extract out the information on the scenarios here. So whatever program you use to extract from zip files, you might use WinZip or whatever program your system uses to open zip files. You can see, of course, we have our scenario files, and of course we have our text files here. All I'm going to do here is select all these files, and I'm just going to drag them over here to my desktop. Just left click and drag them over there, and there they are, all 3 scenarios there. Alright, so then basically all I'm going to do is go to my Matrix Games folder here, and of course go to Tigers on the Hunt. And then anytime you download a scenario and create it and import it into Tigers on the Hunt, you want to put it in your scenarios folder. You can see there's where all the other scenarios are. And of course all we're going to do at this point is just highlight all these scenarios that we put on our desktop and just drag them over here, and you'll see it'll even say, do you want to move to scenarios? Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. And there they are. Boom, they're off my desktop. They're in my game. I can now play these. So scenarios pretty much go in the scenario folder again. Matrix Games, Tigers on the Hunt, and scenario folder. So that way you can have all your scenarios located in one folder for ease of use. Alright, so we're going to be looking at those in just a minute here. Next thing we're going to do is look at some maps. So the next thing is we have some ASL-like mapped templates. We're going to click on that, and we're actually going to just click on the link that Richie61, which has done a lot of fine work here already. The game just released today, and he's already got some really awesome stuff. So thank you, Richie61. Awesome job. And this is not only did he participate in getting some nice maps here, we're going to show you something else in a minute. So we're clicking on the link, and it's going to take us to the ASL maps. We're just going to click on the maps, and there they all are. You can see there is a nice assortment. It looks like 58 maps plus a few letter maps. So we're going to download those, and we're going to just download them as a zip. And it's waiting for it, and then you might, depending on your version of Windows, you might get to this little pop-up here, and I'm going to click on the save button here, and you notice it's now downloaded them, and all I'm going to do is open like that. And again, depending on what version of Windows you have and what program you use, you might be a little bit different in what program comes up. I just use WinRAR here. You can see all the maps are inside this zip folder, and all I'm going to do is select them all. Now, what I'm going to do is obviously do the same thing we did with our scenarios. All I'm going to do is go into my Matrix Games folder, Tigers on the Hunt, and this time I'm going to go into maps. But before I actually do this, what I want to do is I want to create a backup folder. So you're going to click on click up here on new folder, and we're going to call this backup, which I've already got. You see, I already got a folder called backup there. All right. So what I'm going to do here at this point is I'm going to go into my maps, and I'm going to find the ones that come with the game, which is the TOTH 01 to 012. I'm just going to highlight all those, and I'm going to copy them. Just right click, go to copy, and now all I'm going to do is put these back into my backup folder here, and I'm going to paste. So if anything ever goes wrong, I can always get the original maps back because they're in my backup folder. Alright? So now what I'm going to do is just take all these new maps here, and I'm going to go to my maps folder, and I am actually going to select them all, and I'm just going to drag them over here, and you won't already have them in there. I already have them in there, so I'm just going to, you won't get that message, but you should see all the maps are now in there. All those brand new maps. So again, scenarios are going to go in the scenario folder. Maps are obviously going to go in the map folder. Again, you might want to make a copy, a backup copy of your original map files, just in case. So that is awesome to have on day one of release, like 60 new maps to play with. That is just incredibly great. But not only that, oh, we are not done, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no, 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 we are not. We have more to do yet. We'll go back into our mods and scenario folder here, and look at this. There's actually an advanced squad leader mod that's already out there. Again, thanks to Richie61 for all his time and effort here. If you want to take the actual counters that are in the game and just transform them to make them look like ASL counters. Of course, we're talking about Advanced Squad Leader. And all this mod does, it doesn't change any of the programming or anything like that. All it does is just changes the look of the counters to make them look like the ASL counters. So again, all we're going to do is click on this link, and we're going to go to the Advanced Squad Leader mod, and we're going to click on the graphics, and we're going to take this file here, and we're going to download it. And we're going to save it as a zip file. And again, I'm just going to open it. And of course, you see it's downloading it. And once it gets finished downloading, it'll bring it up. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take it and just copy it to my desktop. There it is on my desktop. You can see that. So we're done with this. We can just close that out. Alright, let's bring back up our Tigers on the Hunt. Alright. Now this time, this is very, very important to do this time. So this file here is going to actually replace a file that comes with the game. So we want to make sure we have a backup of this. So we're going to go in the graphic folder, and we're going to find our terrain file. And what you want to do with this is right click, and we're going to copy that. And we're going to take that, we're going to put it in our backup folder. Actually, you can see I already got a copy of it there, but I'm going to make another copy just so you guys understand. So I'm going to go to my backup folder, I'm going to right click, and I'm going to paste it. So I can always, if something goes wrong and I don't like this mod, I can always go back and change it. Alright, so then all I'm going to do is go back to the graphic folder, and I'm just going to take the new file, and I'm going to just copy it in there. Again, you can see it says move it to graphics. Yep. And it's going to ask you, do you want to overwrite the file that's there? And you want to say, yep, let's overwrite the file that is there. That's it. That's all it is. We're just going to overwrite the file that's there. If you do not make a backup copy of the terrain file, though, and you overwrite it, that old file will be gone, lost forever. So make sure you make a backup folder, put your extra files in there so you can always go back to a previous version. So let's check out all that we did here in this just a few minutes here. I'm actually going to start it up from scratch again just to make sure we don't have any issues. Matrix Games, Tigers on the Hunt, auto run, there we go. So we downloaded a whole bunch of maps. Let's go ahead and just bring up one of those maps that we just downloaded here. In fact, we'll bring up a couple of them real quick. We're going to import a map into a sector. We're going to go to sector 1, and we'll find some of those new map files. We'll choose number 37. There it is. Bam! Look at that. Beautiful looking map. Absolutely wonderful. You can't get much better than that. That is, I mean, I know there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be making maps and doing some great stuff, but I mean, a lot of these maps that we just downloaded can save you guys a lot of time, effort, and trouble. Again, we're going to import a map. We're going to go into map 1, and this time we're just going to choose, oh, I don't know, let's choose map number 48. Boom, just like that. Awesome. Look at that. So you have like 60 new maps, just brand new, spanking, ready to go. Oh, but that's not it, folks. That is not it. Nope. We're going to go in and play the game. Let's go see if those new scenarios are... Oh, look at that. There's our new scenarios. Number 26, number 27, and number 28. But we're going to choose number 26 here. All right? And we're going to say new game. And we're going to play as the Germans, and we'll allow the computer to play the Russians. But this is just for difficulty, so I'm going to actually disable Fog of War so we can actually see these new units. And let's go ahead and say start her up. And look at that. There they are. Those counters, the ASL counters, are in the map, ready to go for you because of that mod that Ritchie61 did. And you can see we got the nice, looks like some Tiger tanks down here at the bottom. That looks like that's going to be a heck of a good scenario. We got the Russians hanging up here watching the pass, and it looks like the Germans are going to have to try and get up out of there and get some of these victory locations without getting blown up. So that looks like an awesome scenario. Just a tank battle with some Tiger tanks. Awesome. Let's go ahead and exit this scenario. Let's just choose, oh, I don't know. Let's choose scenario number 1, actually. A little help from our Stug. So hopefully some of you guys watched our video on that game. Again, we are just going to set it up so that the computer's playing the Russians, we're playing the humans. Again, we're going to just disable the Fog of War because we just want to check out the counters. Look at that. That is so cool. That is, oh my gosh, look at that. It is like playing Advanced Squad Leader. Look at the counters. Now, I should mention, I don't believe the counters actually rotate. So the facing of the vehicles or anything are going to stay pretty static, and all that'll happen is you'll see which way you're facing and stuff by the little counter in the corner there. But that is just incredibly good. So now if you wanted to really delve into the numbers of the game and try to figure out stuff like that, you can now use the ASL counters. Again, this mod in no way changes the game other than replaces the counters with these other counters. And that is just so cool. That is just... that is just exciting. It's very exciting to be able to see these on the counters. I love the original counters that come in the game, and the artwork on those, and the simplicity of those. But of course, if you're a realist, a stickler, you have to see those ASL counters. So again, all we have to do to get rid of that is just go back into our backup folder, and we're going to say, okay, copy. We're going to take our original file, and we're going to put it back into our graphics, and we're going to actually, you know what, hang on a minute, I'm going to copy this to my desktop. Alright, so back to what I was doing, a backup folder, I'm going to right click, copy, and then go back into my graphics and right click and paste, and I'm going to get rid of the old file with the file that came with the game. Alright, and then all we have to do is start it back up like that, play the game, and we're going to bring up scenario number 1, new game, computer, Fog of War, disable, boom, and just like that, 12 seconds later, we are back to the counters that came originally with the game. So no problem switching between them whatsoever. It doesn't damage your files. You're not going to have any problems with that. So you have, because of Ritchie61, you have the option to actually replace the counters. You can see our vehicle here. Again, the static counters that come with the game don't rotate either, so it's basically hard-coded in that none of the counters actually move. The only way to see your line of sight, which way you're facing your vehicle, is through this little counter. So the ASL counters or these counters do the same thing. They do the same functionality. So there we go. You can switch back and forth to your heart's content by just having those files in there. So just thought I would spend a few minutes with you guys and show you all the cool, super cool things that we can do with all the new things we just added. Do we want to end the scenario? Yes. Exit game. Excellent. Go back in the editor. You know, I'm sitting here. I've got these new maps, and I'm going to go to my scenario attributes. I'm going to make it 1x3, and I'm going to say OK, and then I'm going to go to maps. Assign random maps to all sectors. Wow, look at that. Now we've got a whole bunch of new maps. And I can just do this a couple times until I get a map layout and a location for my scenario, because I've got all these new map files on there. Look at that. That is just so cool. That is just so helpful to have all these extra maps. And of course, this is just day 1 release. And you guys out there, I'm sure, are going to be creating some more maps. Some more scenarios, and this game is going to just get exponentially better and better and better every single day. So looking forward to spending lots of more hours with you guys here in Tigers on the Hunt. Hopefully this video was helpful, just to kind of make sure you know what you're doing by getting these maps and mods and scenarios imported, so you can start playing Tigers on the Hunt. All the new stuff that's going to be being released by everyone out there. So thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys real soon.